Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 54, right, 54. Go, Cap, let's go. We got this. We got this. 26.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and 1, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball at the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Here we go, here we go. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, we're going to 54, right here. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that's complete. It's Watson. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. Justin Watson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Let's go. AT Gator. Check 53. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 5.
On 1st and 10, Townsend. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. Go. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike. Get it.
Throwing again. Townsend. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Smooth. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Throwing on first down. Townsend completes it to Dixon. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
Well, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Hey, orbit.
Second and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Second and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
Hey, Echo.
I'm going to come back to you.
Off the play fake. Townsend. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Leads to second and goal at the Colts' 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. To Johnson again. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Hey, turn it out. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
They'll look to throw on third and goal toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 34-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
55, right there in the middle. 56.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third and short. After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. throw is Prescott. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
That was a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Prescott looks to throw on first. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go. He's checking.
Bravo.
Crash.
Big grip.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cameron, the intended receiver there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Hard.
53. Hey, come on, no.
Looking to throw. Townsend. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Check 26, check 26.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's second down.
Here's a 46. Man up, deep. Man up, deep. White 55.
Throwing. Prescott. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Now Prescott. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Watson. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Ready? 70, Indy. Hey, wahoo! 53's the mark. 53, check 53. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go. Get it.
On first down, Townsend. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Crouch. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Townsend. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On third down, Townsend. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement, so now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A first down throw for Prescott. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Prescott now from the 50. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Stanley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go. 4-8. Hey, kill. 47. 55 to mine. Check, 55.
Prescott from the gun on third. Gives this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Prescott to throw on 4th. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Here's Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Tighten up.
From the red zone now, Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Come on, set.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection.
And he lost the football. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. Record.
From from the gun on third down. Townsend. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The Bills send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. That's taken on the 25.
Let's go, folks.
So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, boys. Let's go, let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
53 is mine. Hey, I'm coming.
General West. Hey, Zoo.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
36-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Operating from the gun. Townsend. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn down.
Back to throw. Townsend. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's coming, double up.
From the gun, Townsend drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, kill.
55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. So we got
Now Prescott. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. On the ground, this is Johnson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
61, matchbox, lights. Go, go. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check, check. Lucky.
Looking to throw. Townsend. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A big play here for the Bills. 48 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, keep it up.
2nd and 3. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Townsend, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Colts First down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Colts on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
58, come on. 58, come on. Check back.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's caught. It's Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a...
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back to throw. Townsend over the middle, complete. It's Stevens. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Hey, echo.
16 yards.
We got three.
Off play action. Townsend. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Any weapons? Hey, Delta. Now.
On fourth down, Townsend. That's to his running back, complete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Kill.
Throwing, Prescott. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Looking to throw. Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Prescott. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Who draw Corkers? Hey, Wahoo!
Check 25. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Get it.
From the gun, Townsend. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. And it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mike, 53.
To throw again. Townsend. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Hey, box truck.
Any day. Joker.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Townsend able to haul it in as Kittle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18.
Hey, exits.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. That'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, do.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. 53's the mark. 53.
Throwing again. Townsend toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Operating from the gun, Townsend. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills cut into that lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Indianapolis, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.